Yo, what's happening, people? Okay, so I just kind of been thinking, like, recently, like today, actually, that we don't really have local bakeries anymore, at least not in London. Like, I don't think I've seen a local bakery for a long time. I think the closest we have right now to a local bakery is Greg's. And I ain't knocking Greg's. I like Greg's. I go to Greg's. They do great food at Greg's and great coffee at Greg's. I ain't saying nothing bad about Greg's. I'm just saying it's probably the closest we have to a local bakery. And by the way, let me explain what I mean by local bakery, because it's probably not making no sense. Because of course, like, if whether it's a Greg's or whether it's whatever, there are bakeries that are local to people. And yeah, I'm just wearing one glove right now. I'm on Michael Jackson thing in it. But I think he water right. Doesn't matter. Anyway, there's bakeries that are local to where you live, right? But it's probably a Greg's or maybe a Wenzel or, one of the multi-chain bakeries, right? One of multi-chain places. Or if it's not, then it's maybe one of the more, artesian places where they do these like highly specialized craft things and stuff like that. And those places are great too, by the way. I ain't saying that either. I like those places too. I like those places. They do great donuts. They're amazing donuts. I ain't saying that. But when I was a kid, I remember we had a bakery nearby, and it was just a single branch. At least it was a long time ago. Maybe I'm misremembering. As far as I know, it was a single branch. It was a local bakery. They served bread and donuts and various cakes and things like that they made on site, and sold it to you at, reasonable prices, and that was that. Like, that's what you had. And then you just don't really get that anymore. Like, everywhere's either like a chain of shops, or it's some kind of angle to it. Like it's a specialized, sourdough, whatever, you know what I mean? It's you don't just get the regular old school local bakery anymore. And I think that's a shame. I really think that's a shame that you just don't really get it anymore. So cause I miss that. I miss, like, I mean, you can still, of course, go to places, whether it's a Morrison's or a Lidl, and you can get, and in their bakery section, they'll have that kind of thing there. But again, it's a chain. You know what I mean? It's a big chain that just has that section. You don't really just have that place where you can just go to like a local shop that they just have that one branch. They don't have multiple branches all over the place. Just got one branch. They're a baker. They make bread, and the bread's good. They make donuts, and the donuts are good. And they were good at what they do. Of course, like, but it weren't like fancy this and cream from the Maldives. It was a donut. You know what I mean? It was a donut. It was fried and it had sugar in it and jam in the middle, right? And like I say, you can still get those, but it's a Morrison's or it's a Lidl or or whatever. It's a chain. You don't really get those single shops where it's like a single one shop. The owner works there, or he has some stuff that helps them out. They don't have multiple, and they just serve just good food, just good regular food, in baked form or fried donuts, or you know what I mean. You don't really get that anymore. At least I don't see it anymore. I drive around a lot. Some of you guys know this. I drive a cab, so I'm around London a lot, and I don't think I've seen a local bakery like that for a long time. Like I say, all the artesian places, they're great. I ain't saying that. I like those donuts too. Trust, I like those donuts too. They're amazing. But when you just want like just an old school, just a classic donut, you can't get them. But you just can't get it from a local bake. You know what I mean? You just don't get that anymore. And I think that's a shame. That's all I want to say. I think that's a shame. That, I don't know, maybe there's one somewhere and I just don't know about it. Maybe I just haven't seen it. But yeah, I don't think I've seen a local bakery like that, like an old school local bakery, for a long time. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. So until whenever, if ever, peace.